Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some are thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty-toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Give to the running back. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Makes the catch. Push down for the tackle. Mississippi State going up tempo. Might be calling a hot route. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making a play.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know,
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And You see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. Hard running there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
The Rebels are flying down the field. Trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Rebels! Fitted in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Working the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes.
Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll go to the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll try the right side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Quickly complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Mississippi State right back to the line. They go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Hunt is on its way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Looking for space. It's Vasquez. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels! He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He's got it. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
Wants to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill, and getting up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting into.
Snatches it on the run. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's got the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. He's got him. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
That's a 20. He's got space. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off the play fake on first down. Dances away. Got a man. It's Allen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Mississippi State, 14.
Stadium buzzing. Kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. To the ground with the back. That's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
One thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Buys a little time with his feet. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. The 20.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Making side adjustments here. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Bulldog! Quick strike through the air for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense ready to go back to work. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Rebels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got room to work. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown, Ole Miss. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a... Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
28.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And the offense out of the field to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, to get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes a catch at the 20. Flying down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels. The Hottie-Toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Palmer?
And Ole Miss, you know, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
28.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Got his man quickly. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Wants to keep it in the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
The Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Wants to throw on third down. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. He'll set up to throw. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Finds his man. It's Alvarez. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking? I think that might have got in his head. That might have been a reason why he dropped it.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. This time he's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Mississippi State, 35.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Plucks it out of the air. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I feel like this is going to be one of those situations where you ask friends, where were you when this guy went over 6,000 passing yards in a single season? Hopefully you were watching this game. He's been rewriting the record books all season long. What a joy and a treat it has been to watch this guy go this year.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Looking to pass. It's Wilkins. Got the back over the middle. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. They just keep firing. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking for space. It's Vasquez. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Back to pass. Fires to the middle. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback moving. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down.
Well, they get the 1st down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
A strike downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. That'll be a gain of 5 out through the 27.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk. Keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back. put the pressure on their own defense.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Scanning the field, it's Wilkins. A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looking to throw again. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. Mississippi State going up tempo. The offense changing the plays. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to swing it on second down. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They've got a fever, and what they want is more cowbell, and they are getting it as the Bulldogs stretch the lead.
Hail State, explosive plays all over the field, David. They are running away with this thing.
And I guarantee you all the Ole Miss fans are saying, get those cowbells out of my face, because they are excited and they've got something to cheer about.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that?
And the Heat will get home, and And the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Wilkins. Looking down the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
One back, baby, one back.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Pocket breaking down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart. Yeah,
they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Touchdown, Rebels. And the pummeling has started. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one. And it is Ole Miss marking its territory in this one and taking down Mississippi State to claim the Egg Bowl. That's going to do it from here.